Hi students, this is Viswanath, chemistry faculty for NEET and IIT exams. In last class we completed Joule-Thomson effect and definitions of critical temperature, inversion temperature. Now see the related numericals. To do numericals, we need to learn some formulae. First one is inversion temperature can be calculated from van der Waals constants Ti equal to 2A by RB. A and B are van der Waals constants. Ti is the inversion temperature. So remember carefully, based on these numericals we have to do. Next, the critical constants are related to van der Waals constants by the expressions Pc, critical pressure, Pc equal to A by 27B square, critical temperature Tc equal to 8A by 27 RB, critical volume Vc equal to 3B. These Pc, Tc, Vc are related to one another as Pc, Vc equal to, this is Pc not PV, Pc equal to Pc, Vc equal to 3 by 8 or Tc. Next, boil temperature and critical temperature in terms of van der Waals constants. Boil temperature Tb equal to 8 by Rb, critical temperature Tc equal to 8A by 27 Rb, and this is inversion temperature, boil temperature, critical temperature. These three terms are related in this way. Inversion temperature is greater than boil temperature greater than critical temperature. Remember this relation. Inversion temperature greater than boil temperature greater than critical temperature. Next, higher the critical temperature, more easily the gas liquefies. So for a particular gas, critical temperature value is more, then it can be liquefied easily. See the numericals. The critical constants for water are 374 degrees Celsius, 218 Kelvin, 218 atmosphere and 0.0566 liter mole inverse. Calculate A, B and R. Okay, note down the given values. Given Tc equal to 374 degrees Celsius, in Kelvin scale 647 Kelvin. Pc equal to 218 atmosphere, Vc equal to 0.066 liter mole inverse. Now Vc equal to 3B. From this, B equal to Vc by 3. Substitute Vc value. After calculation, we can get B value 0.0189 liter mole inverse. Next, we know that Pc equal to 8 by 27 B square, let it be equation 1, Vc equal to 3B, let it be equation 2. Now, from 1 and 2, we get A equal to 3PC Vc square. See here, how can we get this formula? Means A equal to 3PC Vc square. Pc means 8 by 27 B square, Vc means 9B square, Vc square means 9B square. So after cancellation, we can get this one. So A we can write in this manner, 3 into Pc Vc square, substitute Pc value and Vc value, then we can get A. Now R value we should calculate. Suitable formula, Pc Vc equal to 3 by 8 into RTc. So by substituting Pc, Vc and Tc, we can get R value, that is 0.05086 liter atmosphere mole inverse Kelvin inverse. Next, calculate van der Waals constants A and B if critical temperature and critical pressure are 30 degrees Celsius and 72 atmosphere respectively. Very simple question. Given Tc equal to 30 degrees Celsius, in Kelvin scale 303 Kelvin, Pc equal to 72 atmosphere, Tc equal to 8A by 27 Rb, Pc equal to A by 27B square. Let it be 1, let it be 2, then 1 by 2, that implies Tc by Pc equal to 8b by R. We need to calculate B value. That's why suitable formula is B equal to RTC by 8PC. Substitute RTC and PC values, we can get B, that is 0.043 liter mole inverse. Now we have to calculate PC. What is the suitable formula? PC equal to A by 27B square. So from this A we can calculate. So A equal to PC into 27B square. Substitute PC value, B value, then we can get A, van der Waals constant 3.59 liter square mole power minus 2 atmosphere. Okay students, see the next question. Van der Waals constants A and B for hydrogen are 0.246 liter square atmosphere mole power minus 2 and 0.0267 liter mole inverse respectively. Calculate inversion temperature and Boyle's temperature of H2 gas. Okay, A, B values are given. We need to calculate inversion temperature and Boyle's temperature. Say this, inversion temperature Ti equal to 2A by RB. Substitute A, B and R value, we can get inversion temperature 224.44 Kelvin. Boyle's temperature TB, what is the formula? A by RB. So substitute A, B and R, we can get Boyle's temperature, that is 112.22 Kelvin. Next, the compressibility factor for 1 mole of a van der Waals gas at 0 degrees Celsius and 100 atmosphere pressure is found to be 0.5. Assume that the volume of gas molecule is negligible. Calculate the van der Waals constant A. Okay. Write down given data. Z equal to 0.5. Temperature T equal to 273 Kelvin. Pressure P 100 atmosphere. Number of moles 1. Then compressibility factor Z equal to PV by RT for 1 mole of gas. From this volume we have to calculate first V equal to ZRT by P. So substitute Z value, R, T and P. We can get volume 0.112 liters. Given volume of gas is negligible, van der Waals equation becomes, volume negligible means what happens? NB can be neglected. So van der Waals equation is P plus A by V square into V minus 0, that equal to RT. From this PV plus A by V equal to RT. Then finally we can get A equal to RTV minus PV square. So we have to calculate A value. So for that purpose substitute RTV and pressure values. Then we can get A value, that is 1.256 atmosphere liter square mole power minus 2. What is the suitable option? Option A is the answer. Okay. So I think you may be vexed by doing numericals continuously. Now see the theory questions. A given gas cannot be liquefied if its temperature is, a gas cannot be liquefied if its temperature is greater than its critical temperature. For a gas, its temperature is greater than critical temperature, we cannot convert that gas into liquid. In order to convert a gas into liquid, we should decrease its temperature below its critical temperature. If the temperature of the gas is more than critical temperature, it cannot be converted to liquid state. So option B is the answer. Next, NH3 is liquefied more easily than N2. NH3 is liquefied more easily than N2. Say this, this is hence. What is the suitable reason? From this statement we can say which option ammonia is liquefied more easily than N2. Hence, what we can say? A value of ammonia is greater than A value of nitrogen, but B value of ammonia less than B value of nitrogen. A, B are van der Waals constants. A is the measure of magnitude of intermolecular forces between the gas molecules. NH3 is easily liquefied than N2 means intermolecular forces in ammonia gas are stronger than N2. That's why this statement is correct. Come to this one. B represents the effective size of the gas molecules. Size of the gas molecules is more, then compressibility is less. Size of the molecules is less, then compressibility is more. The gas molecules which have less size, they can be compressed easily, then they can be liquefied easily. So effective size is less means B value is less. Here NH3 is easily liquefiable. Easily liquefied gas means its B value is smaller than N2. So option C is the correct option for this question. So correct answer is option C. Next, it is easier to liquefy oxygen than hydrogen because, so we can liquefy oxygen than hydrogen because it is related to inversion temperature and critical temperature. Already we know that to liquefy a gas, its temperature is higher critical temperature. If a gas having higher critical temperature, then it can easily liquefied. It can be easily liquefied than other gas which has lower critical temperature. Now, oxygen critical temperature is more and hydrogen critical temperature is less. That's why compared to hydrogen, oxygen can be liquefied easily. Come to the inversion temperature. Inversion temperature also more for oxygen than hydrogen. Hydrogen having very low inversion temperature. So in order to liquefy oxygen and hydrogen, oxygen has higher critical temperature. That's why it can be liquefied easily than hydrogen, and in having higher inversion temperature than hydrogen. Inversion temperature of oxygen is also more than hydrogen. Due to these two reasons, we can liquefy oxygen easily than hydrogen. Okay students, practice well. We'll meet you in the next class.